Hey guys, my name is Darryl Addison. I'm the founder, CEO at Torpedo Pot. We make self-growing planters. We put about 300 seeds in one planter, 300 carrot seeds, and we have 9 planters, and we were able to harvest probably close to 3,000 carrots. This is just the 3rd harvest at this point, but I'm really satisfied with what we've been able to do. All we did was drop our seeds in a torpedo pot, and it literally grew our food for us. We have a total of about 22 pounds of carrot parts that we've been able to harvest this season. Now, this is my spring crop. I could have let my carrots stay in there and got real big, but I chose not to. The reason why I don't want to is because I'm excited about putting in some cucumbers. I want to see how they do. But my carrots did extremely well. Now, the tops are really great because we use the tops in a lot of soups, and they are so flavorful. They're probably more flavorful than the bottoms after they've sinking themselves down in the meal and provide you all of the nutrition that you're looking for. So we eat the carrot tops as well as the carrot bottoms. This is a lot of food. But you know the funny thing about it is that this food is growing in my backyard. In other words, my torpedo pots, see all of them behind me? Those torpedo pots behind me, we grew 15,000 peas just for my spring harvest. My summer harvest, we're going to do about 5,000 to 10,000 tomatoes. And so in 9 torpedo pots, I was able to grow 22 pounds of carrots. And so this has been a very successful year, and I'm very excited about it. I think one of the reasons why I'm so excited about it is because I don't have to use any fertilizers. I never have to water my plants again. Torpedo Pot does it for me. Torpedo Pot is designed in such a way to provide your plant with nutrition, so you don't need a lot of those synthetic fertilizers that you put in your plants. We use an organic-based supplement that we use. It's strictly organic, and it's able to stimulate your plants and grow them like you've never seen before. This is Torpedo Pot. This is the future of gardening. Now, the 21 pounds of carrots and the 15,000 peas, virtually no one in the world could do that. To go from one planting season to another planting season and then go to a tomato. So the torpedo pot can grow carrots, tomatoes, onions, string beans, oranges, apples, all types of food, lettuce, you name it, torpedo pot grows it. And that's why we're so successful at growing food. Torpedo Pot has coined it perfectly. We have a process called Sustainable Biotic Environment, where we stimulate the microbes in the soil to grow your food. And trust me, there's a lot of microbes out there that want to grow your food. Man, I'm telling you, this has been a successful year for us. Our curved planter series have grown more food than you could have ever imagined, more than it's in the ground, than what you can do in the ground. And one of the reasons why it does more than what you can do in the ground, because we've contaminated so much of the earth. We destroyed so much of the earth. And so the pureness and the robustness of the soil has been decreased tremendously, but not with Torpedo Pot. We grow more food in our Torpedo Pot than you can grow in your ground per unit area. As a matter of fact, with these 9 planters, you may have 20 inches and some are 16 inches in diameter, but you're going to be surprised at how much they can provide food for you and your family. So I don't know how long 22 pounds of carrots would go in my household, but I do know that my household is appreciative of the nutrition they're getting from this wholesome food that's grown in the backyard. Torpedo Pot is a self-growing, it's a self-watering, it's a self-feeding system that takes care of your plants for you. And it's like nothing else you've ever seen before in your life. You can grow more food in a Torpedo Pot than any place else. And what's so interesting, I get to harvest multiple seasons throughout my life cycle of my carrot. So my carrot started maybe I think in March of this year, and they developed to a point right now that we feel sufficient to pull them out and to put cucumber in the place. But when they first came up, we harvested the tops of the carrots because the bottoms were not formed yet. They were very, very small and tiny. Then after they started to form, then we ate the tops and the bottoms together. And they are delicious, very, very healthy. Then after they start forming and developing and growing, then we looked at the carrots and we said, hey, listen, if we let them grow any longer, they're gonna grow really, really big. And they're gonna be very, very nutritious. So what we're going to do now is that instead of growing the carrot all the way through and getting it bigger and bigger and bigger and juicy, juicy, juicier, we're going to take it and we're gonna pick cucumbers and we're gonna grow hundreds of cucumbers instead of the carrots in this place. Your torpedo pot will grow during the spring season. It'll grow during the summer seasons. It'll grow during the fall seasons. Some of you might even have 4 seasons out the year which you can actually grow food. So let's take a step back. If one torpedo pot grew close to 600 pea pods, which is amazing, and it can grow close to about 3 pounds to 2 to 3 pounds of carrots, and then grow tomatoes, maybe 70 tomatoes in one torpedo pot, you need to change the way you're gardening. Anytime it takes you more precious time to grow your food, to go in, most gardeners have to go in and turn the soil over. They have to weed, they have to water. They have to go in and they have to fertilize with synthetic fertilizers. Then they have to protect it from the insects. Then they have to go ahead and they have to, when they're putting in the ground, they have to buy a backhoe, tiller, all these equipment needed. All of that equipment is now obsolete. You don't need any of that to grow healthy, delicious food. Guess what? The reason why is because you can't grow food. Nobody can grow food. Nobody could ever grow food. Food grows by itself. I don't have a secret to growing this food because it's inherently a part of this fruit that I'm looking at. So the genetic inheritance that's in that fruit is what causes it to grow, not what I do. What I do is create an environment in a torpedo pot for it to grow. So the environment that you're creating with the bulwarks, the underground water systems, you got cement blocks around the perimeter, fences, you have so many things that you're trying to get your food to grow. Some of you put eggshells, banana peels, you don't need any of that. Cardboard boxes at the bottom, bring in and haul huge amounts of soil. You don't need any of that. You don't need it. All you need is a torpedo pot. Put your seeds in, you put your plants in, and it grows your food for you. Darren Radisson, torpedopot.com, and I'm gonna tell you something, I have a lot of food here. I don't necessarily know what to do with all of it. I've got multiple freezers to store my stuff in, but I'm gonna tell you something, they're full right now. I've got to get ready for my crop of 5,000 tomatoes that we're expected to have in these planters back here. And that's why I'm doing all this work. I want to get my cucumbers in, and so I can rely on my tomatoes. But I'm gonna tell you something. Now that I know I have carrots, I can go get them and eat them anytime I want to. I can have them in my meal. I can do anything I want at this point because I have healthy, nutritious food at my fingertips. Darren Radisson, Torpedopot.com. Talk to you guys later. Remember this now. If no child, no adults will ever go hungry again, give them a set of torpedo pots and it'll last them for a very, very long time. Some of the planters you see behind me have been running for 5 years. I wouldn't expect to see to have these planters last for about 15 to 20 years. That is my ultimate goal. Sitting in one position, just running by themselves. So once you make an investment, you're looking at an investment for a lifetime. Remember now, the average family spends about $24,000 a year to grow, to eat. $24,000 a year to eat. Is that not crazy or not? $24,000. As a matter of fact, see these carrots right here? Somebody would gladly pay $250 to $300 for these carrots. Healthy carrots, premium carrots. They're beyond organic. They're in sustainable biotic environment because we let the living organisms do their job. Handily, easily do it. Pay for amounts of food that you have. But you have it at your doorstep, which means that you don't, the supplements that you're getting from vitamins and everything you're taking, you can get it directly from the source, from the fruit itself. You can have wholesome and healthiness and nutrition and rejuvenate yourselves with the food that you have in your backyard. As a matter of fact, See those torpedo pots behind me? They're so good at what we do in growing food. You can hook up hundreds of torpedo pots from one spigot. You can grow more food than your local farm, and you don't have to be home to do it. You can go on vacation. I went on vacation multiple times. 2 times I went on vacation when these torpedo pots are running. I went to a number of different places. And when I come back, they're running perfectly, and they're growing my food as I expect them to do. I expect nothing less than them to grow my food. The only thing we do, and like I said, we supplement with a 3-12-12, but that's it. We don't do anything else. The food grows by itself. We simply create an environment that allows the food to interact with the soil so that it can build its own environment. That's what this is all about. Darryl Addison, Torpedopot.com, and I'm going to take my 22 pounds of carrots and I'm going to store them. I love this so much, guys. Tell me what I can do with these carrots. Let me know. And with the carrot tops also, because I love them. Matter of fact, tonight, I think I'm going to have carrots. I'm going to let these saute, let them cook down, and I'm going to make me a nice, healthy drink. And it's going to be so good. I wish you were here. Darryl Addison, Torpedopot.com, Darryl Addison, Torpedopot.com, where we grow healthy food for you and your family for a lifetime. You will never, ever have to worry about starvation or hunger, lack of nutrition, health. All of these things are taken away at one source, which is your food, Torpedopot.com. I don't know of any other system that can grow this amount of food for you and your family, and that's what this is designed to do. You can pull yourself right off the grid, and there should be no problem at all. Darryl Addison, Torpedopot.com. I'll talk to you guys later. I love this. I don't even want to end it because I have to find out what I got to do with this stuff. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. This is so beautiful. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. So I want to not separate my carrots from my tops, because I want my tops, when I cook these down, they're going to be so good and so delicious. All greens too. I love it. I'm going to wash them off. I've already washed them off once. I'm going to wash them off again before I do the final storage to make sure as much debris is taken away as possible. And then we have to find out what we're going to do with this. I'm loving this. Darryl Addison, Torpedopot.com. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.